everyone. A lovely day we call it as we bring another insightful episode of the T3 podcast series, Bolder Voices, Better Insights. Welcoming everyone to this crisp, clear, and information driven conversation that brings the chance to explore the untapped corners of the tourism globe right at your fingertips, along with the thought leaders of the travel and tourism industry. We have with us a name that is known and praised by the tourism industry as he has contributed more than 44 years of vast expertise to this domain. He joined the tourism industry in 1977 and currently he is the president of the Indian Association of Tour Operators, where he has been associated for the last 26 years. Therefore, without any further delay, this is Kuhelika Roy Chaudhary from Travel Trends Today. Feel honor and pleasure to welcome Mr. Rajiv Mehra for our today's episode. Welcome, Mr. Mehra.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Good evening to the viewers of T3 and those who will be listening the broadcast also. Things are opening up now and hope all of you are getting some business inquiries now.
Definitely. A beautiful start to begin with through such a welcoming note, Mr. Mehra. So, the first thing that we would like to know from you is, since the face of the industry has transformed significantly after the pandemic, how would you explain the current trends in inbound tourism?
Well, the trends are positive. First of all, I would like to say that. February, March, especially, everyone has done good business. And we are about 35 to 40% of the business at the moment. The world has opened up. Incredible India has opened up under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister. Tourism is on a mission mode now. And there are certain things which are being done by the government, some certain things on the PPP mode. These are things being done. Tourism tie-ups and synergy with other states, health, hygiene and safety of tourists to be the prime concern. Then we have the investment in tourism infrastructure, which is also coming up. Aircrafts are coming up. Flights are being introduced in the domestic sector. Vande Bharat is playing a very vital role now to connect various places within India. So they will make an impact on the incoming tourist in the coming season. And I am quite hopeful that by the end of next season, we should be able to achieve what we did in 2019-20 definitely.
Great. As you have mentioned about some of the positive aspects of the industry, Mr. Mehra, I would also like to know, and I'm sure the audience would also like to know, what are the issues and challenges that are hindering the growth of inbound tourism? And according to you, what are the possible solutions to it?
Well, there are a number of things which we have taken up with the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Commerce, and all of them. And last week also, I had a meeting with Mr. Piyush Goyal also on that. Mr. Arvind Singh is also the Secretary Tourism is helping us also. You see, government needs to start the physical marketing and promotion. That is, road shows need to be started immediately. Then financial support under the MDA assistance scheme, that's the Marketing Development Assistance Scheme, needs to be started. E-tourist visas are almost through, but there are many countries in the Gulf especially, and those who are doing the Gulf country business is in a problem in that needs to be started here. Airfares and hotel rates in India have gone up very high, but I am quite hopeful that with weddings going abroad, conventions going abroad, I think the rates should stabilize by the end of this year. We have problems with the commercial airport entry passes at the moment. Certain private sector airports, not all of them, a few of them are wanting to charge 10 times what we used to pay. So we are on the job on that also. Now, the other problem is that, as everyone is aware, that the SEIS was withdrawn.
Mr. Mehra, you have beautifully explained the gaps and challenges as well as the positive aspects of the industry. as of now. But I'm sure that the audience would also try to understand certain things, that is happening from the government side. I mean, a lot of things have been seen happening from the government's end to uplift the tourism domain, particularly. But we want to know that why is the marketing or overseas promotion by the Ministry of Tourism? So, how do you think the marketing and overseas promotion is going to happen, and how is it impacting inbound arrival?
Well, inbound impact is being impacted because unless until we have overseas promotion, but I'm quite hopeful by the second week of May, as per information I have, these schemes should be all cleared by the Ministry of Finance, and it should be implemented. So once that takes place, then I am quite hopeful that these things will start happening. That we need, everyone knows that India is there, but unless and until like others are showing their presence in the international market, if we don't do that, we will miss the boat. People are going to Vietnam so much.
Yes.
Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has come up, but we are still there, and we have not been able to achieve the 2019-20 figures. But I'm quite hopeful these things should be over soon.
So, Mr. Mehra, in terms of these gaps, how is the roadmap of IATO looking like, and how is IATO contributing to the boosting of inbound tourism, understanding all these gaps?
Well, as far as we are concerned, we have about 1,700 strong membership. The question is that we have limited money available in each company at the moment, because all surplus monies which everyone had was utilized by paying rents and staff salaries during the COVID time. So no buffer is left now to do this kind of investment. However, whatever little money has been earned by people in the month of February, March especially, they are trying to utilize for these kind of things. And then, well, our annual conventions which take place at different places are also a key to on-site marketing of destinations that happens, and that gives a boost to that particular destination, definitely.
But Mr. Mehra, we also would like to know a little on the relation of you as an association working closely with the government, more particularly at the center and the states. What is your call on that?
We all have a very good relationship with the center, especially the Ministry of Tourism. We have no problems, whether it's the level of the Secretary, Additional Secretary, Director General, or Joint Secretary. There are a number of issues, number of things which we were able to do with their help. So, saying that nothing has been done, but the problem which mainly now is that the overseas advertisements and campaigns should start, the road shows should start, and the fan trips, which we used to handle as IATO, sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, they should also start. Only then we will be able to do business in the coming season.
Great. So, Mr. Mehra, let's now analyze a little on the potential market area as well, particularly on some of the destinations that have been on track in drawing visibility from India. But how do you see the potential of Southeast Asia in terms of inbound tourism? Also, at the same time, what is your take on China market?
The China market is still closed. Tourists are still not coming. We are not giving them tourist visas to anyone at the moment.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Hong Kong has also stopped giving visas at the moment. Physical visas also, which they were giving. So we are trying to return to the Consul General today, requesting her to please lift that ban if there is any. So China is differently, it will take some time for that market to come back. But other places, promotion needs to be done, and some of the embassies who are in touch with me are trying to do promotions, especially for the Buddhist sector, because that is one sector which would definitely come if things are all right, the fares are all right, the hotels are not very expensive. we should be flooded with the Buddhist traffic because they are not going to China. Those people are not going to China at all. So they will tend to come to India. So I'm seeing, I'm very hopeful that the Buddhist tourism, especially from the Southeast Asian countries, would begin in volumes, and it has started happening also, but it is not that much of volume which we should expect from these places. So it should come back slowly, and this is what my expectations are in these markets. Mm-hmm. And some of the embassies in those countries are helping the tourism industry in getting hold of those things.
Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Mehra, you were also a part of the SEO Travel Mart at SATTE 2023. So, what is the future course of action for SEO countries in terms of inbound tourism?
Well, SEO countries, I am not that hopeful that much will happen. Although that is there, it is there. We also about 2 years or 1.5 years back had given a presentation to all the SEO heads by IATO also. But the effect has not been that much of some of these countries. However, some of these countries are in Central Asia also. Now, we had given through the Ministry of External Affairs a presentation to all the ambassadors and tour operators there. So, little bit impact it has had on incoming. Outgoing to that areas is going on, but incoming into India is less. But we had given a presentation about 2 months back, and there has been some effect of that in the. I think we will be able to get hold of those things shortly.
I simply can't deny that I'm thrilled at the information received from your end, Mr. Mehra, and I'm utterly thankful to you for bringing new perspectives to weave for the T3 audience. It's so great.
I would just like to add one thing to it.
Definitely.
That inbound is one part of our thing. The second part is outbound.
Yes.
Now, outbound is going to be affected a lot because of this TCS problem. 20% TCS is too much. Many people who do only outbound, their shops will definitely be closed on 1st of July because people are now thinking of booking their tours directly abroad and making payment then there only, which will, besides the loss to tour operators to the outbound, it will be a GST loss also to the government. So we have requested the concerned authorities, the ministers and everyone, and I'm planning to write to the Honorable Prime Minister also, that TCS should, you wanted 5%, I will still recommend 2.5%. Basic point is that anyone who is going abroad should be an income tax payer. This is the intention of the government, and we will help you all in fulfilling. At 5% we were doing it, but 2.5%, it will be much better, and much better compliance of the tax would be there in that case. So that's my take on that also.
Beautifully said, especially for industry participants like me belonging to the new age segment of the industry. Learning about these aspects of the industry from a personality like yours is truly inspiring. Mr. Mehra, any message, any last words that you would like to convey to our audience or the industry?
Have hope, things will settle down. Provide your very best services to your clients because they are our biggest ambassadors at the moment, going abroad and talking about India. Till such time when Ministry of Tourism starts their promotion, these are our people who can go back and promote. So provide the very best services. If you are committed 20, give them 21. So that is the thing which everyone should do. And I think we will have plenty of work for everyone in the near future.
Definitely. With this positive note, I conclude this session today. Thank you, Mr. Mehra, for your time, and also thanking the lovely audience joining the session. This is Kuhilika Roy Chaudhary signing off as we promise to get back with another detailed session, with another voice and another insightful conversation. Stay tuned for more. Thank you, Mr. Mehra. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Mr. Mehra, one more thing. Can you please share a few words about SATTE 2024 and T3?
SATTE 2024 is yet to come. I don't know.
Yes.
Palvi will call me or not. Palvi will invite me or not. Anyway, well, SATTE 23 was a great success. The participation was very good. And the way SATTE is going on, with the expansion and more foreign tourists coming in, more and more people or tourism boards coming in, I'm quite hopeful that 2024 SATTE will get us much more business, both inbound and outbound, for the country. And all the best for SATTE and T3.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mehra. Thank you for your time. And with this, I'll end the recording.